Hey everybody, C-Key here, and I'm coming to you with another video. Now this video is all about the 6-color concealer and corrector palette by BH Cosmetic. And this palette is in the color dark, and these are the colors that comes in the palette. I received this from BH Cosmetics along with some other items that I will share with you later in the video, but the bulk of this video is going to be about this concealer palette. I was really interested in trying this palette because I was really curious to know if it's comparable to the MAC concealer palette. Now this is the Pro Conceal and Correct palette in medium deep. So I really love giving you guys options. This one is about $40, I believe, and this one is like 10 or less. And so I like giving you guys options because sometimes I have high schoolers that watch, I have college students that may watch, and I have people that really aren't into makeup, so they may not splurge like I may splurge on makeup. So that's why I like to bring it to you. So I was curious. This is 6-pan also, and this is 6-pan. Now, the thing about this one, you have some cool undertones and you have some warm undertones, and I think that I can say the same for this palette. However, the corrector in this one is, the name of the corrector is Burnt Coral. Now, I will say that for my skin tone, I like the corrector in this one a little bit better. It's more salmon-like, and this one is more pink-like. And I know that pink correctors are more so used on lighter skin, okay? And orange correctors are more so used on dark skin. I used this today, actually. I used this for my eyebrows. Now, I have a brow video coming up. It's not with this, but I did pretty much the same thing that I normally do on my eyebrows. So I used a lighter color, which is this one right here, and I sculpted my brow underneath to add a highlight. And then I use this color right here to sculpt the top of my brow. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, this is not a bad palette. I was actually shocked by it because, you know, it's so inexpensive. They're not as creamy as the MAC concealer, as you can see. You can tell by just looking at it. I'm gonna swatch the ones that I use for my brow as well as the corrector, and I'm gonna swatch a couple of the MAC. And so if you can see, let me try it again. If you can see when I swatch it and put it on, it's not super creamy, but it actually, you know, it goes on smooth, but it's not super creamy. So if you really want super like full coverage, like you're gonna have to use a couple more swatches, okay? So this one has like a red undertone to it, so a warm undertone to it, as you can see. Now, I have used it as an under eye concealer. I only used it one time though, so I can't give you like a thorough review on that. I put it on my under eye and then I set it with my Makeup Forever powder, and I just did it because I wanted to test it out. So I didn't have on any other makeup, and I must say that it blended into my skin. I didn't have a problem. It didn't move throughout the day. It didn't slide. It didn't like sweat. Like it didn't get oily. I didn't have any problem with it. So I was surprised. I actually forgot I had it on. This is the color that I use on my brow as well, which I'll swatch. I wish you guys could really feel it, but you know, technology, I don't think it'll ever get to that point. But anyway, so this is the other one I put on my brow. And so see, it blends out. You don't have a problem blending it out at all. And then I will show you the corrector color. It's really creamy when you rub your hand in it or your finger in it, but then when you go to apply it, it's not, you know, it just kind of swipes on. It's not as creamy as it feels in the pan, but it's not like horrible. But there you go. See how it's like more of a pink color? I wouldn't use that to correct on my skin tone. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the corrector side by side so you can see the difference. So there's the MAC corrector, which is more of like a burnt coral, that just like it says, and then there is the BH Cosmetics one, and it looks more of a pink. And the one thing I do like about the BH Cosmetics though is when you blend it out, it just feels like you don't even have to set it if you didn't want to. Now I don't know that to be true because I haven't worn it without setting it, but it just blends out and it just kind of sets itself. It just like kind of dries. So I do like that. Now the MAC one, as I said, it's a little more creamy, so you definitely have to set that. Okay? Let me swatch another one of the MAC colors. There it is. It's really creamy. So the question is, if I think that the 6-pan concealer palette by BH Cosmetics is a dupe for the 6-pan Pro Conceal palette by MAC. No, I do not think it's a dupe. Do I think it's a good alternative, absolutely, but the colors are definitely not the same, okay? The undertones are just a tad bit different. The corrector in this one is like an orange color that's fitting for my skin, and the corrector in this one is more of a pink tone, which I really wouldn't use on my skin tone. Could I get away with it? Probably, but I definitely wouldn't go for a pink on my skin tone. This one is a lot more creamy. This one is not, and I think it's a great palette for the price. I love this palette. I do use this palette every day, but as I said, not everybody is willing to spend $40 on a concealer palette from MAC, okay? I put a picture up of this palette on Instagram, and I had asked everyone if they used it before, and I got a lot of positive feedback from them. And I will say that I do like it. I really do. So here are the other products that BH Cosmetics sent. They are jumbo concealer pencils, and this one is in the color Dark Olive, and there's the Dark Olive. I already have all that concealer on. And then this one is in the color Dark. And there's the dark one. And they also have some spring lipsticks that they sent me. And this one is in the color Vixen. And I really like this one. I tried this one on. I should have popped a picture on Instagram. But I really like this one. It has like a iridescent thing going on. It almost reminds me, and I don't have this color by MAC, but it's a color called Violetta. I don't have it, but I see a lot of people wear it, and that's what comes to mind when I saw this one. Look at that. That's called Vixen. And then this color is in Sweet Mango. So there you go. It looks a little more pigmented on my hand, but when I put it on my lips, it had like a luster to it. Those are the items that I received from BH Cosmetics, along with the comparison that I've been wanting to do because I was curious myself. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions that I have not elaborated on in this video, feel free to leave them below and I will respond to them to the best of my ability. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumbs up. And until the next video, you guys have an awesome, blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.